Hi, Dakare. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay, I'm going to brag about you a little bit. So you won for Best PSA High School and Best Short Film in High School. And your judge was Gary Dixon for the PSA. He's the president of Foundation for a Better Life. If you pay attention, you'll see those commercials everywhere. Foundation for a Better Life. And so that he was your judge. And you were from North Carolina. And you, as I said, you were 14 when you won and 16, and now you're 16. And oh, well, we're going to brag it. His PSA, Dakare's PSA was so much fun. It's an American thing, so learn it. And now we have billboards all across the country with your face on it. And for those that don't know, we actually hire record companies to promote our winter songs, and we hire television entities to promote the public service announcements onto television. And we've had millions of views and millions of listens, so to speak, for the songs, and millions of listens for the views. Wait, I didn't say that right. Millions of views for the PSA and millions of impressions, they call it, of the songs. So we actually hire companies to promote your work. So you've been all over the television waves too. You said on Monday that people are recognizing you in the airport.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, it was one time, it was an older couple, and I was traveling. I don't even believe it was, it was for the Constitution Day celebration. And I was in the Charlotte airport, and I'm getting my bags and everything, going through TSA, and there's this elderly couple, and they're like staring at me. And you know, that's always weird when you like people staring at you. And I'm just like, okay. So I just keep walking, and I'm waiting for my mom to kind of get through TSA. And they're like, hey, and I'm like, hey, and they're like, how are you? Good. And then they're like, I think we've seen you on TV before. And I'm an actor, so I'm thinking, okay, well, what exactly did they see me on TV for? And they were like, I think you have like a commercial or something. And then it just dawned on me, because I was going for Constituting America. And so we just started talking, and it was nice.
There you go. So see, they were one of those millions of people that have seen the public service announcements on television by students just like you. And they saw yours, and you were recognized in the airport. I love that story. That's a great story. And now you're on billboards all over the country. But and you tell us about the job that you just booked.
Yes, now you're on. It's coming out. It's supposed to come out in November, but you know, who knows. But I just booked The Lost Boys on the CW, so very excited.
Woo! And you filmed one day, and then they shut it down for the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, congratulations for that. And we're so proud of you as well. Dakare is extraordinarily active with Constituting America. You're on the National Youth Board as well. You're one of our ambassadors.
Yeah.
And
I'm one of those ones
so
who like
proud.
call Kathy and Janine and Jeanette like every 2 weeks. So
Yes.
and annoy them.
Well, no, you're so involved. We're lucky, and you have great ideas, and you're just a tremendous asset, and we're just so lucky to have you involved with us at Constituting America. So you, on your own accord, and now it is one Best High School short film, decided to go out on the street and interview people. So so you're on like David Letterman here right now. Set up the clip for us. Set up the clip for us here.
So basically, my hometown is actually Charleston, South Carolina, but I was actually born in Dallas. I was born in Dallas, Texas.
I didn't know that.
Yes, but my hometown's Charleston, so I'm in Charleston, and for some reason during the summer, I got into like a bunch of like 70s and like 60s and like different era type clothing, and I go in the store. And I see this like polyester red, white, and blue like shirt. And it's like a jacket kind of, and you'll see it on there. And I'm like, okay, I want this. So I buy it and I bring it home. My grandmother's like, that is disgusting. I'm like, this is beautiful. Leave me alone. And so I just was trying to think about what I could do with it. And it like red, white, and blue was like Constituting America. So I was like, okay, what else could I do? Like, what else could I do with this? So I called up this girl that does videography, and I was like, can you do this for me? Like, how does this work? And she was like, well, why don't we go on the street? And I said, okay, I'll just go on the street and interview people. So I text Jeanette and Kathy, and I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just letting you know, da-da-da-da. And they're like, okay, well, we'll have to get it approved by Janine. And I was like, well, too bad, I've already started. So I started, and I'm like in Charleston with that polyester long shirt on and polyester pants and wingtips and interviewing people about the Constitution. So I hope you enjoy it. It was a fun time. It was 107 degrees too. So.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Well, you're just a natural. And so this is Dakare's winning short film.
Hello, Charleston. My name is Dakare Chatman, and I'm on the National Youth Advisory Board for Constituting America. I won the 2017 Best High School PSA. Today, we're going to be shooting street interviews in Charleston with tourists and just regular Charleston natives. So we're going to be asking them American history questions. Basically, if they get the question right, they get $5. If they get the question incorrect, they donate any amount of their choosing to Constituting America. So we hope everything goes well today. Okay, so we're here in Charleston, South Carolina with
Finn.
Finn. Okay, so what is the supreme law of the land?
I have no idea. Wait. Supreme law of the land?
Yeah.
I don't know. The Constitution?
There we go. All right, so we're here again with the father of the clan. What's your name, sir?
John.
The U.S. House of Representatives has how many voting members?
435.
Correct. So we're with
Lewis
here. Can you recite the preamble of the Constitution?
I cannot. That's
the first three letters.
I don't even remember what the preamble calls. Honestly, I'm not good at politics and constitution type subjects.
All right, so we're here in Charleston again with another street interview. We're with
Kaylee.
Alex.
U.S. senators' terms are for how long?
Oh my.
2 years.
Incorrect, sir.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. I thought it was 2 years.
No, that's way longer than that.
Is it?
It is.
Yes.
Well, you've already gotten it incorrect, but let's see if you can get it right.
Senators per state then?
No.
Is that what it is?
No, it's like years. Like they're all really, really old.
Yeah.
I'm with you then.
Yeah.
It's all up to you.
So Alex already got it incorrect. Let's see if you can get it right.
You go 4 or 8?
No. No, it's like longer. 8, 10 years?
10 is incorrect.
What is it?
It is 6 years.
6 years.
Wow, right in the middle.
I knew it was
Awesome.
longer.
How many houses are in Charleston, South Carolina? Okay, you don't want to answer that one either? Okay, let's see. How many carriage steps are there in Charleston, South Carolina? All right, well, we're here in Heaven Sent store in this Charleston City Market, and we're here with Mr.
Asar Vandross.
What are the rights granted in the Declaration of Independence?
Those rights would be the rights of happiness, liberty, justice, and the pursuit of happiness.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But they should have added justice, don't you think? You know, justice.
But we just automatically assume that,
we have justice.
That we have justice. Something like that shouldn't have to be, written in the Constitution because it's understood that we are in a just country.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining me in the beautiful city of Charleston today doing street interviews for Constituting America. And I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, it's an American thing, so learn it.
You did the greatest job. Okay, I have a question for
Thank
you.
you.
Carriage
Thank you.
steps. When you ask the horse about the carriage steps, what do you mean? What do you mean carriage steps?
So Charleston, South Carolina. So I'm actually a licensed tour guide here in Charleston. I'm the youngest licensed here in Charleston. And carriage steps are all over our city. There's actually 115 of them. And they were used back in the olden days when women would have their big hoop skirts and they'd need to get into a carriage. and they would just step onto the carriage step to get into the carriage. So there's like 150. There's actually 115 of them in Charleston. People.
Where are they? Are they built into the roads?
No, they're like on the side of the streets, or they're like marked like what year they were there, and they're on the side of the street in front of people's houses. They're cool. Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Very beautiful city. I could talk to you all day about Charleston.
Well, I just love. I have to say, I love that jacket.
Thank you.
Jacket.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you did a great job with this. And by the way, we don't want anyone going out on the street and interviewing people without their parents' permission or with their parents or a guardian. You know, make sure you have somebody with you so you stay safe. But you just did a wonderful job, and we're so proud of you. And now Lost Boys, everyone can watch you on Lost Boys, which is like totally cool. So talk to us about, I know you're a member of the National Youth Board. You're so active, and we're so lucky to have you, your brilliant talent with us, and your enthusiasm for the Constitution. You actually really, the enthusiasm that you have and your willingness. I mean, you went out and did that on the street just because you thought that would be a cool thing to go do. And, you know, and it was really, and you had to think of all those questions. Talk to us about the Constitution, and since you've been a part of the foundation, how you've grown to in your knowledge of the Constitution.
I've always been really, really into history, and now that I'm actually in an early college, and so basically like I'm in college, but in high school, but in college. It's a weird thing. It's weird, but so I've always been in touch with history and always loved history, and I found this organization. Just looking up scholarships online, and I thought it was a great organization, and I thought it had a great mission, a great vision, and I love the Constitution. I love what it does for our country, and it's not just some document that just sits off to the side. It really plays a lot into everything that happens in our country, and I feel like every child, person, adult should know about the Constitution and the rights that it grants us, because it's such an important document for our country. So that's
and it's empowering, right? You can use that First Amendment right to affect change with your government, as we talk about all the time, and you help me teach. Well, okay. What else? Let's see. Tell us briefly, because I know this is getting a little long here, about the trips, because you were on the trip in Austin.
Yes.
And
so
you were on the.
I was able to go to Austin, and I think my favorite memory from that trip was Charlestoning with Janine. That was.
I know we did Charleston.
That was one of my favorites.
That was so much fun.
And then my other favorite was when we went to the Capitol building, and I think the representative's name is Tan Parker. Is that his name? That talked to us.
Dan Parker, yes. Yeah. You sat in the gallery in the seats where the
it was very fun.
We were able to ask, and you went to the office and saw his office. So it was great behind the scenes there. And now you'll be on our next trip, which will be in DC. And so we look forward to seeing you there. And Dakare Chatman, everyone. Woo! Thank you so much for being with us today, and for all your involvement with Constituting America. We're proud of you.
Thank you.